Consumer credit counseling services have been available for decades. There are mostly nonprofit companies and a few for-profit companies. The nonprofit credit counseling agencies offer a couple of different tools to assist you in personal financial situations, one of which in today's economy with the housing implosion is HUD-approved housing counseling that can sometimes help you modify a mortgage or get back on track with your mortgage payments. Sometimes even assess whether or not keeping and staying in a home is even appropriate for your given set of financial circumstances. One of the main tools that credit counseling organizations have provided to consumers are repayment plans that involve unsecured debts. Unsecured debts, credit cards, store cards, gas cards, medical bills, things like that. What they can do, and have been able to do for many, many years, is through their relationships that are established with your creditors, most unsecured creditors, they can reduce your interest rates, in some instances down to even zero. Although zero interest is less and less available as it was maybe 2 years ago at the height of the economic downturn. So assume for a moment that you have credit cards 5, and across all of them, if you average out what your interest rates are, and let's say you're paying 19% interest on all of these combined cards. What if you were able to reduce that interest rate down to 8% and lower your monthly payment? Is that enough of a monthly payment relief that would allow you to commit to a plan that gives you a predictable time frame to be out of debt? Most debt management plans offered through consumer credit counseling organizations last about 4 to 5 years. They don't exceed 60 months. When you're struggling to meet your bills, you may have already missed a payment, or even 2, 3. If your debts haven't charged off yet, meaning you're not more than 6 months behind in payments, some of the other advantages to enrolling in a debt management plan with a credit counselor, if it's available, and if your creditors make it available to the counseling organization, they'll re-age your accounts. What does that mean? Re-aging is when your accounts are brought current. See, if you commit to one of these plans, your late payments and penalties are removed, typically, and after so many months of continuous payment on this plan, your creditors often agree to re-age these so that you're not showing this huge long history of being past due. Your accounts are brought current even though you didn't make the obligated payment that you'd missed for several months at that higher rate. So there's real benefits to speaking with the credit counselor. They do provide additional supplemental and free education through websites, through login portals when you're a member. Oftentimes you don't even have to be a member. So credit counseling makes a ton of sense for the right individual. The number one drawback to a debt management plan with a credit counseling organization is the inflexible nature of these plans. When you commit to them, you basically have to know that you can afford, national average today is 2% of your overall unsecured balances that you enroll in the plan. So if you have $20,000 worth of total unsecured debt, you can pay $400 a month. That's about the average, an estimate. If that's something you can commit to and you're very confident that you can do that and you're concerned about preserving your credit score, then credit counseling, debt management plans make absolute sense. Just know that committing to that plan is a long-term commitment, but not as long as if you continue to pay just the minimums, the ones that you can't even afford now. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this site watching this video, learning information that'll help guide you to make smart decisions about your financial future and include credit counseling as part of that consideration.